sound engineer. It's fun. All right. Damn it. That worked out well. What's going on, Print Fam? It's your boy Cam. Welcome back to the Print Life Live podcast. Here's what's happening in the print life today. First things first, I'm going to just jump. There's no industry news, so I'm going to jump right into the independent shop news from the Facebook group. And y'all know how that goes. If this is your first time here, you submit your shop news on the Print Life Facebook group. Put news in the first two words in the thing, put shop news, and then I do my best to shout you out right here live on the podcast. So take advantage of that. If you're doing anything new, anything cool in the print game, let us know. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to move on to my business topic of the day. And what I want to talk about today is marketing ideas for the new guy, for someone who's just getting started in the game. You know, all the people that have been in the industry 5-10 years, they got their ways of doing things, but I want to take today as an opportunity to maybe remind you or spark some new ideas on how you can start marketing your small shop, especially if you're just getting started, and maybe talk about some stuff for the old heads as well, like myself. A lot of the times I find that I just need to be reminded of things. You know what I mean? It ain't like I haven't thought of it before, and I'm sure that most of the things I'm going to talk about today, y'all have thought of as well. But sometimes you just have a little reminder, and then you're like, oh yeah, I was going to do that, and I forgot about that, so let's go do that. That's kind of what the topic of today is going to be about. And then last but certainly not least, I'm going to conduct my live Q&A with you. But before that, I did want to, if you guys are down, if you're interested in it, I wanted to do the website review where I say a good thing and a bad thing, and a good thing and a bad thing about a couple of y'all's websites. The first couple of people to submit them, I'll do it. I'm not going to take a whole bunch of time with it, and then we'll move on to the Q&A. And then I was even thinking maybe like a segment I read YouTube comments, positive and negative. You guys have been pretty good about not throwing out too much negativity my way so far, but it could be kind of fun. So, let's get started with the Print Shop Facebook group shoot thing. The Print Profit, let's approve all these folks. Confirmed. Let's go back to the discussion, and I'm just going to type in news. Someone put me on game to this little method, and it seems to work pretty well. So, if you do or if you don't know, what I do at the first part of the segment is we typically will cover some screen printing industry news. If there isn't anything to talk about, then we move on to the Facebook group titled The Print Life, and I basically shout out shops, small independent shops, and the things that they got going on. Today, looks like we have a handful of submittals, and this is where we're going to get started. So the most recent one was from Danny Meza, shop news. Okay, I'm going to have to, what the fuck am I reading here? Kudos Screen Printing. Okay, this is from Danny Meza. Let me get on track here. Okay. From Danny Meza, in other worldly news, Kudos Screen Printing has upgraded to some new equipment. Here are pictures of the old conveyor dryer he was using. Oh, damn, actually, that's pretty legit, man. You made that thing? I'm impressed. Very cool. Okay, oh, yeah, I'm very, very impressed. Good job. Custom made, self-engineered. Through summer, I don't know what the fuck I wrote, and upgraded from the Silver Press. Now they've upgraded to a Riley Hopkins. I can't keep that voice up, dude, because I don't know what I'm reading here. Riley Hopkins Win Series 6C4S with side clamps. I don't know. That must be this one. Okay. Oh, that's sweet. So you upgraded, bro. Congratulations. Press looks good. And then what did you get for a dryer? Oh, you got the Riley Cure. Congrats, brother. You're going green, dude. This man has officially gone green. You'll be rocking it in no time. You'll be rocking. But he did decide to hang on to the OG Silver Press, the tabletop press. I would too, man. You never know when you need you can get someone else printing tags on it. There's a million things you could do with it. So congratulations, Danny. Man, it looks good. Very nice shop upgrades. I'm super impressed. I'm happy for you. Keep them running, man. And today's going to be a great business topic for you because we're going to be talking about some marketing ideas. Next one on the list is from Joshua Whitlow. Joshua Whitlow's screen printing news. What the fuck am I reading? This video. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and let it play. Start it over. What I'm doing, in case you're just listening, is I'm looking at a video of a rather large MHM press. Doing a print job on it. I don't even know how to it's like a 1,000 print head press. Upwards of 1.2 million print heads on this press. Where's that last number? What's that number over there say? Anyway, yeah, it's a video of people running on an MHM. So thank you, Joshua Whitlow, for sharing that. Ah, fuck. Get me out of here. Dude, how did I get out? Okay, there we go. Thanks, man. Looks like a good sample run. Jeremy Jones. Let's see what we got. Many of you have been following their OpenDTG building. In one of the other posts, wanted to let you know that the inks are finally in. Time to do the final test with the textile inks and put this thing to work. Okay, so if I'm reading correctly, you're building your own DTG? That's awesome. So you guys definitely check out Jeremy Jones's. I used a very popular snowboarder by that name from back in the 2000s. Rode for Forum. Great name. But yeah, he's building a DTG printer. So cool, man. Very, very cool. Some more stuff from Joshua Whitlow. I got these huge MHMs that they're just showing us photos of. Flexing nuts with the humongous production shop. So cool. I like those MHM presses, dude. They're really neat. All right, Kevin Gunn. So Kevin, if you guys from previous episodes, you know what he decided to do was just buy one of them cheap, those Chinese like eBay presses or the Amazon presses, and he figured that he would do a little rundown. He's been kind of sharing his updates with it as he assembled it and started working with it. And apparently one of the things that it was lacking was a micro adjustment. I mean, you can unclamp it and move the head, but it didn't have the knobs that allow you to like move the X and Y axis. So he apparently rigged some up himself. Let's watch this video. See, I'll tell you what we're watching here. Yep. He put some, I forget what you call them, some buckles on there. And it allows him to make micro adjustments. This is very cool. I'd be interested to know how well it holds up. But it looks like so far so good, right? Nice job, dude. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think you even spent... Did you even break $2,000 on this? If not, I'm sure it's pretty good, dude. I mean, it's got bearing registration gates. It's pretty cool. I'm sure you'll be able to do some good work with it. So, yeah, man, I'm happy for you. Keep moving forward with it, and I'm really excited to see when you actually get like a print job done on it. Definitely do a video of that, and we'll be sure to shout it out on the feed here. Ryan Hawley's got some shop news, aka One Wet Screen Print Garage, ready to get to work on an 80 shirt order. This is his largest order to date. Here's a question for the Prets. Question time. Can't do that on the thing, but so Ryan has done his largest order to date, man. Congratulations. A round of applause. Golf clap. Golf clap. Golf clap. I'm happy for you, dude. Good job. Yeah, keep them going, man. Again, today's going to be a good thing for you because we're going to talk about some marketing ideas for the little guys. Definitely thinks it's shop news. This is from Eric Melling. Dude, I wish I had my glasses on. Can't see a goddamn thing. What do we got? His bro came over with a surprise. And basically his friend told him that one of his friend's coworkers had a bunch of old Ryonet shit that he didn't want. And so they just, oh, wow, they just gave it to you? Looks like they gave you a silver press, an exposure table, a flash cure unit. Very goddamn cool, man. Now, that's a come up. That is definitely a come up. Let's throw a like his way, eh? I need to start liking more stuff on this, dude. I don't interact on the Facebook group as much as I should, but that's so cool, man. Congratulations. That's a come up for sure. Brian, don't know last name, from Mount Pleasant, Ohio, got some shop news. This was posted about 2 hours ago. Printing full-time at a local sports shop, printing evenings at his home shop, doing all the artwork for a third shop. Not enough hours in the day. No, there is not, dude. Now all you got to do is take on vlogging, bro, and you'll be, losing your mind slowly. Like me. Slowly plummeting into the depths of insanity. One video post at a time. Brandon Griffith. My shop I own is Bad Conduct Screen Printing, and I have posted items I printed for Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah, man, I talked to you not too long ago. Let's dive into this. See if you got any pictures. Printed for the Wu-Tang Clan, which is like, that's mind-blowing, dude. I would kill for that job, dude. Wu-Tang is, they got my heart. They got my heart. Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Yeah, dude, that's a huge opportunity. So I'm really happy for you, man. I'm glad you were able to work it out. I know you were having some struggles with it, but it sounds like you pulled it off. So congrats, Brandon. Everybody give him a round of applause in the chat for ultimately scoring the merch game for the Wu-Tang Clan. You can't beat that, dude. God damn, I'd kill for that shit. Randy Hernandez got some shop news. Finishing up this thing today. It's a no-show piece, but I'm hoping it'll do the job. Hope the print fam is having a great Sunday. Oh, you posted this on. Okay, so this is the last. I just read the last of the most recent shit. But oh wow, man! So you made I'm looking at what he has done as some kind of wardrobe. It looks like he retrofitted a wardrobe to be a screen, either a drying rack or a holding rack. Smart, because it's light proof, right? Pretty good. I feel like maybe these things are out of sequence. Nope, that's pretty much it. Okay, so we're moving down the list here. That's all the stuff for today's news, but I'm going to go a little bit further down. And I did this one last time. So we made it through the print shop shout out, the independent shop news of the day thing. We made it through. I feel like we made it through pretty painlessly. And that was a lot of fun, guys. So thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching that part of the deal. Moving on to the business topic of the day. And I'm going to just take a second, though, before I get into that, go into the chat and just see what's up with you guys. Okay, yeah, everyone said the volume is perfect, so I think it is what it is. What's up, Spray Foam? Good to see you, man. No, it doesn't. There's no gain switch, dude. I don't know. Some of them work, some of them don't. Testes. 1, 2, 3. Vegas trip. Oh yeah. Guys, sorry, I got to get my wits about me, figure out where I wanted to end up on this. I just kind of want to, after each segment, go into the chat and see if I'm missing anything and just kind of touch base with everybody. Oh man, we got like a dead today. I think we scared everybody off on the thing when the audio was shit. So Hotbox is actually dealing with the black hole that is his website, which is the same here, bro. It's a nightmare. Oh, God, I hope I can get this thing done quickly. Black hole indeed. Shout out to you, Cam, for the info on your flash yesterday. Okay, Nick, what's up, bro? Yeah, I talked to Nick yesterday about the Chinese flash. So any of you guys that are questioning or wondering about that flash, the cheapo Chinese flash that I purchased, I don't know how long ago now, I have every intention of updating you guys on that. I was just trying to let a couple of months pass before I did a final video on it. But I will just say this publicly that so far so good. I mean, I would never get in there and tell you, oh yeah, dude, this thing is going to be fine, because there's a very good chance that 6 months from now all the components burn up because they're cheap metal and shit, and the next thing you know, you have a shop fire. So I can never claim that it's okay, but I will say so far so good. I think for $500 you can't really go wrong. Just keep an eye on it. And then I would say a final note, a final precaution, especially with Chinese shit, is to maybe unplug it every day after use. Don't leave it plugged in. You won't burn your shop down that way. But dude, I got it. One of the things that I didn't know I needed over the last year, I knew that I needed it, but I didn't know how much I would love it until we got it, which is the auto on-off feature. My whole life as a manual printer, I've always been worried about where the flash is, burning shit, this and this. That on-off thing, oh my God, it's a godsend. I'll never go back. All other flashes are obsolete, in my opinion. You got to have the auto on-off, right? That's where it's at, man. It makes your life a million times easier. It makes printing less stressful. Like 30% less stressful just having that on-off switch, man. So you guys might want to consider snatching that thing up anyway. I should start reselling them because we're going to end up like helping that USA company, bro. I'm literally going to end up sending them fucking, y'all are going to end up buying them. Need a goddamn, what do you call it? Affiliate link or something. Okay, anyway, moving on, guys. Let's move on to the business topic of the day. And for today's topic, I mean, I don't have an official title for it, but it's really just an opportunity for me to not only share my own ideas, but maybe get some input from you guys on marketing ideas, specifically for 2018. So, a lot of things have changed, especially in the world of web advertising. They were changing in 2017. They started changing in 2016. You know, Google's constantly rolling out these new updates and these new algorithms that change the way internet search works. But to me, the most drastic change came in 2017. It was possibly even sooner than that. I don't know the official time frame, but it was in regards to the way search worked. So what has happened now is they put emphasis on proximity. Okay, this is one of the biggest change for Google. And because of that, it made it, in my opinion, actually easier for local businesses to get local work. But it made it harder for local businesses to go national. Essentially, if you want to go national, you have to have a budget because you're going to need to pay for AdWords, which are expensive as fuck. But you can acquire the local market. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. But those are one of the biggest differences. Also, you know, like for a long time, you could start like a YouTube channel or you had an Instagram account and you could utilize those things to push your reach. But now Instagram's saturated, YouTube's saturated, Facebook's just a dumping ground of useless information. So, you know, because those things are so saturated, like in my opinion, they're not really that relevant to me in 2018. But some of the things that I see as being super important this year and for years to come are what for a long time were antiquated approaches. And one of the most prominent ones that I can think of right now, and I've been really thinking about this a lot lately, but it's that in-person drop-in, the sales call, that old school terrifying thing that most of us can't imagine actually doing. But I think in 2018, it's I don't know, it's the way of the future, man. I mean, that's, I think, going to be the most powerful marketing tool you got. But we're going to dive more into that in a little bit. But before we do, I just want to talk about some things that I would say you need to have in place. As a small shop who's just getting started, you know, you need to have some certain things. And a lot of these things I'm going to talk about, I'm also guilty of not having as well. So, my bad. But this is just as much a reminder to me as it is maybe a reminder to you guys on what we need. So, what do you need to have in place to put together a good marketing campaign? Well, first and foremost, is your website. Okay? And it's funny that I have to even say that, but the reason I say it is because I saw in some comments and some different chat options, I've even gotten asked in a DM, and people are like, do you really need a website? Is this something that you really need? And to them, I say, fuck, yes, you do. Now, you don't necessarily need the most impressive website. You don't need a website with a big, design lab on the front and it could be a 1 or 2 page website with a blog and a nice photo gallery that you update. Typically, you just want to use your Instagram that way it's a constantly updating gallery embedded on your website. But yes, you need one. It's 2018. People have websites for their personal name. I mean, I should have camerven.com. Yes, a website is officially a piece of digital real estate that you should own, and it's affordable. So yes, you need to have a website in 2018. Now, on top of that, right, you got your central hub because you've got your website. If you don't think you need a website, then you're fucking with the wrong dude, man, because in my opinion, the website's everything. Some other things that you need to have in place are your traditional, your bullshit promotional items, your business cards, your flyers, all that other promo gear like your pens and your mugs and just anything that you can put your print shop's logo on that you can then hand to people so that maybe, possibly, you're in front of their eyeballs when they actually need the service that you offer, right? So you got to get all that stuff, man. And this is where I'm like super guilty. I do a horrible fucking job with it. It's actually crazy because I'm like a sticker freak, and I have one batch of stickers that I had printed when we first started, and so you see, I'm guilty of not always practicing what I preach either. But that stuff's super important. You need to have it. You just need to have it. You can throw a few in every box of shirts that you print. Things can move on. And we'll go into more detail about how you can utilize this stuff in a minute. But for now, get some promotional items and have them at the ready. And the last and most important promotional item, which is mind-boggling, and this is me, I'm talking to myself here, is fucking t-shirts. I mean, a t-shirt is the best promotional item you can have. It's better than any business card. It goes further. It gets in front of more eyeballs than any other promotional item out there, in my opinion. And we're goddamn printers, dude. We should have just stacks and stacks and stacks of t-shirts with our shop on them or just ready to give away, right? But I mean, maybe you guys do it, but I don't. So t-shirts are a huge deal. And then last but not least, and I feel like because I'm such a nut for it, is the stickers, man. You got to have not just a logo sticker, but like graphic stickers that have a cool graphic that happen to have your name on them. Now, I'm not talking about a business card that's fucking got an adhesive back. I'm talking about a legit sticker. Like Old Elton's comes to mind. There's tons of you guys have them. But I think that they're so neat and they're so valuable, and you give them to people and people will stick them on things and they'll remember you and it becomes a whole thing. So stickers, you got to have them. Now, this is all your basic swag. I spent a little more time on that than I wanted to, but there's a reason for it, right? And we are going to get into that part of why you need it here in a minute. But before we do that, I want to kind of circle back to what I was talking earlier, which is in regards to the internet and the website and how you can best utilize it, in my opinion. Now, at this point, I'm just riffing, so just bear with me. Assuming that you've built your website, it doesn't have to be anything special. It just has some contact information, maybe an opt-in where you can ask to get some of their basic information from them, like their email. But you have these things in place. So because you have your website in place, you can play the Google game. You can start working to show up in the local search. If you don't got a website, kiss that opportunity goodbye. You know what I mean? If you don't got a website, no one's finding you in Google. I mean, Google's not indexing your Facebook page. I mean, maybe they are, but they don't give a shit about it. You need your site. And once you have your site up, you can start focusing on the many, many SEO tactics to help you rank in local search. So back to the thing of the algorithm. Google changed some things around to where they are ultimately showing businesses, especially services, based on the proximity of the search or the proximity of the person searching for it. So if I'm 2 streets down and I search for screen printing, the closest screen printers in my area are going to show up first. But there's a caveat to that. The better you have done with your local SEO, the more likely you will be at the top of that list. And to understand local SEO, I could talk about it for hours and hours and hours and still not cover all the topics. Go to Amazon, buy a book on local SEO in 2018 and study up. Okay? Study up, because this is going to be what makes your life a hell of a lot easier in 2018. Okay, so anyway, do your research, learn about SEO, and then the second part of that SEO, which is driving traffic to your website, is you got to understand how to utilize your website to convert browsers or people that are just doing research into actual paying clients. And again, you need another book for this because we could talk for hours and hours about it, but you're going to need to learn how to make landing pages that convert. And it's all about conversions. You get your traffic to your website, and then you need to convert them from browsers into actual paying customers. So you get your SEO, driving traffic to your website, and then you have landing pages that are designed to convert, which creates customers. Learn it. Live it. This will change your entire life. It did for me. It made it to where I kind of was able to be kind of like a lazy shop owner and never go out and do any work because the clients came to me. It really wasn't fair, right? So do that. That's step number one, man, in my opinion. Like fucking stop everything. Start building your website. Start focusing on SEO. Okay, moving on. You've done those things, but Google puts a shitload of importance on the website based on activity. The more activity that you do, or the more activity on your website, the more Google's algorithms think that it's a place of value or that it's a page of value. The easiest way to do this, which I have been slacking off in recent years, ever since I started the YouTube channel pretty much, is blog posting. You gotta write blog posts, man. You need to have 500 words or more with a handful of images. All, again, you're going to do your research on how SEO works to learn the tricks of this trade. But you need to be doing that, and ideally, you're doing it daily, but ideally, you can do it once a week. But at the minimum, you need to do once a month. You need to have a new post every single month, okay? Those things will get your site to a place where it's generating some customers for you without you doing anything, getting you passive customers coming to you. And I know that you guys all want that, especially if you're a new print shop. You would kill for that shit. So the website can do that for you. And like I said, because of the algorithm changes, it sucks if you're trying to go national, but on a local level, it's for the better. If a customer's in your area, they will be able to find you, and that's a beautiful thing. So get your fucking website built, dude. Or ladies and gentlemen, get your goddamn websites built as soon as possible. You got that going, right? You got your website built. You're feeling good about it. You're confident. You've laid out the homepage. You feel like it converts well. But you want to go to the next level. You want to maybe have a viral post. Well, or you want to have I don't fucking know. I mean, I'm calling it shareable content. You need to create, I don't know where I was going with that. You need to create shareable content. Okay, and shareable content is not a picture of your screen printing press. I mean, I know that we think it is because we're screen printers and we think it's a beautiful thing. But if you're trying to find clients, it's very different than trying to impress other screen printers. And I experienced this firsthand with the YouTube channel in particular, because when I started that channel, I was trying desperately to get those videos in front of potential clients. Couldn't make that work, so I had to give in and start getting that stuff in front of other screen printers. But your goal as a screen printer that doesn't care about other screen printers, you're trying to get clients, is to create content that potential clients would like. Well, what is that? I don't know. If I knew, I'd probably be a millionaire right now. But what I can tell you is it's not a picture of your press. And honestly, unless done very tastefully and very well, it's probably not a picture of your latest screen print either, unless done well, again. But from what I have found in my experience with YouTube, what works more than anything is the human element. So when it comes to creating shareable content, it's got to be funny. There's got to be an element of human in it. It can't be a goddamn press or just an inanimate object, a t-shirt, right? You got to have a human wearing the t-shirt or a human hands on the t-shirt. I used to experiment with the printers looking, like with Alex or Jesse, looking at the shirt, inspecting it. You got to have a human element to it. But for it to be truly shareable, it's got to be funny, or get their adrenaline running and their heart pumping. So start thinking about content that you can create that other people would possibly share with their friends and family. Okay, and we all know this. I think now in 2018, just a reminder. All right, so you're shooting for that viral video or that viral Instagram post or that viral Facebook post. Good luck with that, but Facebook's crazy now, dude. I don't understand it. I'm still trying to learn. I know some of you guys could teach me a thing or two, especially about Facebook. I just don't fully get it yet, like Twitter. And I got some other notes here. Let me see. Yeah. So beyond shareable posts and stuff like that, from my understanding, and I'm still experimenting with this, but video, and you've probably heard this a bunch of times, but video is where it's at. It's where it's at. Cheers. But it can't just be any video. Here's what I'm going to give you guys a bit of judgment, and it's nothing personal, because every printer does it, and I did it too. My first video that I ever made was a commercial from a shop. Didn't show my face, showed my hands moving ink across the screens, and a bunch of stuff around the shop that it was really visually impressive to me. A bunch of slow-mo cinematic sequences with music over the top. You guys know what they are. You've seen them. Every fucking YouTuber has some form of that. But those are not, in my opinion, the kind of video that you want to attract clients. I think from my experience and what I started with my YouTube channel when it started working was when I started bringing the human element in. All of it, the me, whether the good parts of me and the many bad parts of me, the cussing, the smoking, the drinking, whatever. The human element is what makes you relatable. Now, you don't have to go to the extremes that I do and lay it all out there, but I would say you want to consider making yourself the face of your brand, of your print shop, which is a brand, let's be honest, and you gotta get rid of that camera shyness. You're gonna have to start talking to the camera. You're gonna have to start talking to the clients and putting it out there publicly. In my opinion, not that you have to do anything I say, but it's a good bet. It'll work a lot better for you. So start thinking about making videos that feature you. Start becoming the face of your brand. You don't got to do what I do, man. You don't have to start a goddamn YouTube channel where you're uploading daily. That's not what you need to do. But you do need, in my opinion, to have a YouTube channel that has 4 or 5 videos on it. One of them is just about you talking about your business or introducing your potential clients to your shop. Maybe a walkthrough of your shop. Don't be salesy. Just be yourself. Get in front of the camera and let people know why you are the best choice to print their next job. Just keep it human, man. I think that's it. It doesn't have to be high production or any of that shit, man. Not in 2018. They just want to know who they're dealing with. So that's my opinion on that, man. Shareable content, keep the human element there, and you're on your way, I think. Can you help me out here, guys, in the chat? Is there anything else I'm missing digitally? I'm going to have this chat open, and if you guys have something else to throw in, stick it in the chat, and then I'm going to parrot it to the thing. Hopefully you guys are still here. Is everything going? Sorry, guys. That was a radio silence. So, yeah, let me know in the thing. And then in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and move on, and then I'll reread that at the end. I'll reread your guys' tips and tricks for marketing. So remind me of some stuff that I've forgotten. Moving on. So, and this is a topic that I really, truly believe is the future now, right? In the world of digital, where everybody is terrified of leaving the comfort of their own office, pointing at myself here, double finger pointing at myself. We're spoiled. We got the digital shit. We got Facebook ads. We got Google ads. We got Google SEO. We got Facebook SEO. We got video. We don't want to leave our shops, which is why if you are the shop that chooses to get off your ass and go do a little door-to-door selling, not selling. I feel like that's the wrong choice of words. Get off your butt and go introduce yourself to other local business owners. I think that that's the way of the future, especially with local promotion. this is, in my opinion, going to set you apart from their Google search. And my mother did this for her whole life. She was actually she was sold printed goods, paper printed goods. She would go business to business, introduce herself. You know, back in the day, this is how she did it. She would make friends. She would make contacts. And then a lot of the times those contacts wouldn't make a purchase right away. But what ended up happening is that when those businesses actually needed that product, they almost felt obligated to work with my mother, because my mother had taken time out of her day to swing in just to say hi. And I think that I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to take a day a week, and I'm going to go out and start doing sales calls and blog about it. But I think that is the way of the future if you want to start getting those accounts, especially the bigger accounts. Now, it can be tough sometimes getting past reception, getting past this and that, but I think for anyone who doesn't really know where to start, maybe you're a little scared of sales, take some of your swag, like I was talking about earlier. Get a handful of t-shirts that you can give to reception, that you can give to the boss, with your best print techniques. Throw some foils on there, some high densities, maybe some puff or some reflective ink, maybe some discharge and water-based mixed together. Whatever you want to do, whatever you're most proud of, and along with your pens and your mugs and your magnets and all that shit, and start doing a few sales calls just once a week. And report back to me. Let me know how it goes. I'm going to start vlogging about it, and hopefully I'll share some techniques with you guys. I got to figure that shit out. It's been so long since I've done anything like that. I'm probably a little rusty, maybe even half retarded when it comes to selling, but we're going to give it a shot. But I truly do believe that that's where it's going to be. That will set you apart, especially as a small shop. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Any other ideas on marketing or promotion that you could utilize, or that we could utilize together to take our shops to the next level? I'm gonna go to the chat and see what you said. What you say, dude? Words, right? Words. Networking. Inking Ink says it's networking, baby, and it's true. But this is the thing about the world we live in today, is that networking pretty much doesn't exist anymore. Not in the traditional sense of the word. People network through social media, but there is still something to be. So I'll use an example at ISS. I have been doing the videos and all the goddamn, doing these videos all the time. Building an audience, or just a family of people that are tuned into each other through the internet. But it's a completely different feeling when you're out somewhere and people can come up and actually talk to you and say, hey, man, I saw your thing and I liked it. And you can say, oh, cool, thanks. What's your name? And it's easier to put a name to an actual face in front of you. And like every person that I met there, like I can at least picture their face and like, oh shit, man, this was cool. So that human element adds that layer that I think a lot of us are missing these days. I know I am, dude. And I've gotten really bad. I used to be much better at it, but I've gotten really bad at names and like remembering, oh, this is this person, and this is John from this. And whereas back in the day, that's how I had to associate everything. So I always made sure to associate a name with the face and usually what they did, right? Now, because of the internet and because of cell phones and your contact list, I feel like I don't do it as well as I used to. So I got to get my practice on, man. Anyway, moving on. Something we did have recently is articles, magazines, and local sites that promote small companies. Okay. I'm going to try to read this, Mikey. Mikey Designs and Silkscreen. I'm not sure if I'm picking up on what he's saying. I'm just going to read it for verbatim. Got to get close because I ain't got my glasses on. So something we did here recently is articles, magazines, and local sites that promote small companies reached out to us. By us, he means them. We reached out to them. It's great because they link our site, helps with SEO, and it shows you off. Shows your shop off. Yeah, I think that's cool. Did you have to put out some form of press release and then either fax it or email it to these magazines? What I'm doing, and I got this from Ryanet because I saw that they were showing up in impressions all the time, is if you go to screenprinting.com/press release, you'll see that they have a digital press release. It's basically just their RSS feed, and they can submit it to all the publications, and it's a great way to let people, let the industry know what you're up to. Even if they use it or if they don't use it, it's still a great way to do that. Viral content marketing, says Beard Booze. Yep, it's a little broad, but it's exactly right. Let's talk about some nitty-gritty details of viral content marketing. By the way, guys, if you wanted to do a website review, now is the time to submit your website. So go ahead and submit it if you want to. If you don't want to, I totally get it. Because the last time we did it, it was a little bit. I wasn't trying to be a butthead. I was like, this is good, and then this is bad. But I think maybe I came off as a little bit of a butthead, so I get it. But if you want to, let's do it. Submit your website. Okay, here we go. Imagination Apparel says face-to-face networking organizations. Okay. Here in Arizona, we have a thing called Local First, and that's basically what it is. They put on events. You pay a yearly fee to be a member, and you can go network with people. And it really is, in our industry, especially the service industries where it's business to business, I feel like a little bit of a jackass for not taking advantage of those events. And again, you don't have to be a salesperson. You're just making a connection, giving them your sample pack, and then letting them know that you're available if they ever need you. You're not going for that hard sell. You're not, hey, let's get an order. We got a special going on. However, you can do that. I think hold out on that until you get a little bit better at interacting with people. But in the beginning, you're just doing a meet and greet. Later on, you can start going for like the early closes and like offering promotions, like first-time buyer shit, but don't worry about that stuff in the beginning. But yes, local meetup events. Most cities have some form of local event kind of thing, like where it's business to business networking. Most of them have it. You just look in your area, and I'm sure you'll find it, man. Okay, here we go. Lino, man. Good practice is to phone block in the AM and lock in a few appointments. Then, after your appointment, cold call 5 local businesses and always ask for the referrals. Now, this is a great piece. This sounds like a salesperson thing. So, I'm going to read it back to you. Phone block, just make a block of time in the morning to try to lock in appointments. And then after you've made those appointments, do 5 cold calls just to local businesses. Ask for the referral if somebody's interested in making, I'm assuming you do this after you've asked them or after you've had the actual meeting with them. So you're basically setting appointments, going to the appointment, making a connection, and then asking them for referrals if you're there. I think a lot of the times you can easily get into the pushy territory, but asking for referrals is always fair. But in my opinion, I always held out for a little while on that. But to each their own, man. If you got the skills and you're a closer like that, I have met people that can do it, and they do it so gracefully. So if you are a person that is just super graceful with in-person interactions, then hell yeah, dude, go for it. But yeah, that was really good, man. I think I kind of butchered it when you were explaining it, when I was reading it back. I didn't do a great job with that. Yeah, business networking is great too. All right. Jason Enns is, all right, Lino, I will definitely review your site here in a sec. I'm going to go through a few more of these because this is still kind of part of the business topic, and then we'll move on to that. But yes, we will be checking out hailink.com shortly. You can actually just link it. You can write hailink.com just like you would. It should work, right? Or does that get you in trouble for spamming me? Okay, so here we go. Mikey designs a silkscreen. They do YouTube videos, and the publications reached out to them because they do them. So that's really cool. Yeah, that happens to me too, but it's only industry specific. I've been having troubles. Well, now it's starting to work, but for a long time it was only industry publications and stuff. It wasn't so much like potential customers, right? But it's all good. It still gets you backlinks and stuff to your website, which then increases your traffic. Again, we talked about it earlier. SEO, there's a lot to it. It's simple, but it's just basic practices you need to do in learning about backlinks and all that stuff. Get a couple books on local SEO, and you'll get it. You'll understand it in no time. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm back, guys. I'm actually not back. I'm just doing the live feed, but I'm pretty much going to take the rest of the week off so that I can just tie a bow on that site and so that the developers can get started on it. It's taken me a little bit longer than I expected, but I want to do it right, and I want to make the best fucking product I could possibly make. If I'm going to do it, I might as well do it good. But that takes time, and when your vlogging sucks up so much of your time, it's hard to pull it off. Okay, yeah, I like this. So Mikey just says on the website thing. I mean, I'm gonna do it my way. I can't do A pluses and C pluses and shit, but I'm just gonna do what I like, and then what maybe you could work on. And again, dude, like you can. This is the thing. You can go to Nike's website and you can pick shit apart, right? You can go to Apple's website and pick things apart. It's just getting feedback. It's you getting feedback from a third party to apply or to ignore. That's the whole point. But yeah, I'll do some kind of like a this is good, this is bad, or A plus, C whatever. Yeah, CTA guys. By the way, I was gonna do a vlog on it, but I got your package. I'm gonna test it out and see if it works. But thanks for the thing. I'll shout you out in an actual video with it because it's really cool. Here we go. Mark Sportswear says to possibly join your local chamber of commerce. Yes, dude. See, I forgot all about the chamber of commerce. That's some old school shit, but back in the day, it was super important, right? Like just like being in the phone book. And I think some of those old school things are gonna maybe possibly come full circle. Like everything is, I'm noticing a transition to local support more and more every day, especially in the world of Amazon and Walmart and where everything is just so big box. It seems like some people are really striving to support local, or at least they say they are, but really local is usually just cheaper. I could go on about that forever anyway. I like that. Chamber of Commerce, guys. Look into your local Chamber of Commerce. Get in there. I don't know. Some of them charge a yearly fee. Some don't, but it's a good place to be. And usually Chamber of Commerce members will only work with other chamber members. So it's cyclical. You do your part. They'll do their part. It works out well. Good. Very good. Love that. And everyone keeps saying actually to ask for referrals. You know what, man? Yeah, and it's a good point, too. Even in your emails and stuff, even in your follow-up emails after a job is done, it never hurts to ask for referrals if they're happy, right? That's the whole point. I like that. You guys, get your referral game on. I agree. And I would say that's enough. Great stuff, guys. Thanks for chiming in on that. That was really good. Now, I am going to go on to hailink.com, which you can't spell for shit, so... Oh, crap. I got to add a... Let me see if I can do this. Bear with me, guys. HailInc.com. Hopefully it actually... There we go. Okay. Here we go, guys. So this is a site from Hail Inc. Oh, shit. Well, the first things first, your Norwal logo, your little guy with the squeegee for a tail is just awesome. I love it. And I also like your logo, Hail Inc. I have always been a fan of the kind of bold, almost athletic-looking logos. I like it. The way that I always see a logo, didn't follow my own advice with Monument, but is a kid should be able to draw it with the crayon. You should be able to get the gist of it. And I feel like with Hail you could do it, and also with the Norwal. So good job. Love the colors. You clearly are using blue and yellow. Makes it look very quality. Love the banner. Super love the banner, actually. Okay, sorry. There we go. Okay, moving down. What the hell, guys? So, if you're just listening, I'm looking at a really nicely laid out website. There's a banner here with a Norwal on the shirt. They're just showing their logos, and right away, we do custom screen printing. So I think from a standpoint of letting them know what you do right away, you nailed that. On the flip side, I do think what I have found with clients, especially today, people are very hip to digital mock-ups. Again, this is just opinion, but sometimes I would stick with this one, but like directly after that, show a physically screen printed product. It's physically a photograph of, or about 3 or 4 physical photographs. You can see how on Monument, how we've done it. I think people are just hip to digital mock-ups these days, so you got to have a touch of realism along with your mock-ups, because I just really like this header. It looks great. This is good. You're using white space well. What the hell? And it says what they do. They got apparel and accessories. They're saying that they do quality, and it's craftsmanship. Their team is a craftsman. So I feel like when you say those kind of things, it instills confidence in your potential customers. So I think you're doing right with that. I think what do you call it? The copy. I think you've gone the right direction with the copy. You might consider. It looks good. I don't know. There's a whole thing with white space, right? And I struggle with this shit all the time because I like a ton of white space, but I know that I have to cut it back a little bit. But you might consider up in the margin above this and below here to break this apart so that as the clients are scrolling, they really focus on one area at a time. So maybe a little more white space at the top and the bottom if you want. I like how you don't have the opt-in until a little bit further down, so it doesn't force me into it, so that I'm not assaulted right when I come to the homepage. That's a good idea. This looks sick. Actually, this looks really good. Browse our catalog. Blank men's t-shirts. Okay, these are not. These might be clickable, but oh yeah, see, okay. This looks like you're doing something kind of similar to how we have it set up. Are these clickable? Yeah. Color options. This is cool. Yeah. I think you're pulling probably from the SNS API as well. Looks really good. This is good. You're showing the color options. Yeah, potential customers will really like this, man. For sure. How the fuck do I go back on this browser, dude? Okay, I'm going back to the home page. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I'm sitting here just going, yeah. It's laid out well. The only thing that I would consider doing is just like I was talking about earlier, putting a little more margin on top and the bottom just to really block off each section so that the potential client has time to look at it. But yeah, you got it. You get your way through. We know that you guys do quality, and then instantly you're like, here, take a look at some of our products. So I think that that's the way to handle it, in my personal opinion. And here we go. This looks like a nice little blog post. Yep. And this is SEO friendly because you just stuffed it with keywords. Got an image in here that I'm assuming is also stuffed with the keywords of the title of the thing. This is good. Really, really good. Yeah, dude. And then once they get through all that, they got some news. Love the graphics. Need a quote or have a question? Love what happens when I need a quote. Super easy. Okay. How many colors? So yeah, this is kind of like uh-oh. What did I do? There we go. I can't enter it because of the way this browser is, but it looks really good, man. Yeah, I feel like I just yelled there, like I was yelling at you. I would have some images like this that is a physical photograph pretty high up on the site. Because I did heat signatures on our websites and stuff, and I noticed like almost every single time that if you have a real photograph, clients spend more time looking at that than they do digital mock-ups. That's what I would say the biggest thing for your site is to focus on some of them physical photographs, and you'll be money, man. Your website is very much on its way. Yeah, so get this should be up front and personal. Maybe a bunch more like this. Four of them, and take those 4 photos like that and put them, I would say, directly after your banner. Other than that, man, your guys' site is great. Good job. Damn good job. I like it a lot. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. See who else we got in here. It was very nice, man. I don't think a narwhal's actually a real animal, is it? Can't be. It's no way. It'd be funny if it was. I thought it was, I don't know. Yep, I completely agree, man. Cedar boxes is I don't know if that's what you guys call them. Rotary clubs. That's very nice. Yeah, I got this little chat over on the side. I felt like it was a nice addition. Um, Pretty good, guys. Moving on. So that we did that one website review. I think that was good enough. So that's all the people that submitted one anyway. So fuck it, dude. Good job, Hail Inc. You guys are killing it with that shit. Now what I wanted to do is just I don't even know if this is gonna work, but I was kind of like, hey, maybe I'll read some YouTube comments. Because it's already 8:02. We've already pretty much crushed our time frame for today, so that's good. But some weird foreign comments. This is on one of my more recent videos. It says, "This looks dazzling. Simply cannot hold on to the look as similar to this. Great job." Oh my God. Probably from the Netherlands. Dude, awesome. Thanks. Okay, so this is an interesting one. This is where, in the comments, it's always funny how sometimes the point you're trying to get across is misunderstood and it comes in the comments. But anyway, this is from Alex. He says, I think by reflective, they meant neon, as in reflective vest orange, you know, the kind you put on when you go hunting, whatever. And this is in regards to the Allure Galaxy reflective ink. And unfortunately, as far as I know, no, that stuff is supposed to be reflective. The thing is that I did not look into was that you can't underbase it. The ink has to push through the shirt so that only the reflective particles sit on top. And I didn't know that. And that's why it had like no reflective properties. But no, it's not actually a neon stuff. Now the T-Charge, T-Glow or whatever, that stuff is like really bright. And apparently if you hold it under a black light, it glows like crazy. Yeah, guys, Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. You guys can start submitting your questions for now. While I'm going through these YouTube comments, start submitting your questions in the chat, and I will get back to them after I do a few of these. Okay, so this is an interesting one. This is from Shorty, and he's got a couple of questions in regards to the liquid screen tape, and he works at a large shop. They're trying to get rid of tape altogether. He's got a couple questions. One is the fact that the ink sticks into the corners of the screen, and yes, I saw these people that actually sell pre-liquid taped screens, and they put caulking in the corner of it to prevent the ink from getting down there in the corners. As far as the paintbrush that I use to paint the liquid tape onto the mesh, I buy cheap disposable ones I think they're 24 in a box. And no, once you've mixed it and you use it, it's garbage. You throw it away. You can't reuse the paintbrush, or I don't even try to. I just fucking chuck it, dude. Jeff Smith had a really aggressive comment. I'm not going to read it. You guys wanted to reach out. A lot of questions in here. It's kind of like, I can't read the whole thing, but seriously, listen to what he's saying. He bought from a broker and refurbished equipment. Also had it installed, meaning someone else helped put it together. So Jeff is chiming in saying that what Rob was getting at was that he got a refurbished press. And yes, he did. He got a refurbished press. But Rob can also work on stuff. He didn't. Now I'm going to put words in his mouth. But the point of the interview with him was not to talk about his refurbished shit. It ended up going that way. But the point for me was to just put the idea in someone's head that you could possibly work on one and get one for a good price, a 90s era press. But we also talked about what he got. He didn't want to go through the time and the struggle of refurbishing one himself, so he bought one refurbished. But it does not mean that you can't refurbish your own thing. Also, this guy mentions how you need a. This is one of those people. You need a 36-inch dryer to be wide enough, so that you could feed that monster. Point I was making with all of that is that you can add pieces in as you need them. If you feel like you need to automate, you want to take the pressure off your elbows, this and that. If you're slightly mechanically inclined and maybe you're ready to make that jump, maybe you don't want to finance 30 grand, but maybe you can come up with $5,000 or $10,000 and get something from the 90s that you can work on. It'll be a nice entryway in, and then as you need more, you can add more to your shop. But it just might be a way for you to enter in without fucking dropping $50K financed or $30K financed. But Jeff's just getting a little aggressive with his comment. Dude, I'm like a ninja blocker. I'll just ninja block the shit out of negative comments. But I'm going to let this one ride. Smart guys. He's so smart, dude. You're amazing. It's cool as fuck. Thanks. Jenny Sutherland's being nice to me. A lot of nice stuff. Yeah, so it's like I have a really good ratio. It's like a fucking 10-to-1 ratio of good to bad. It's funny how you only focus on negative comments. Another thing is in regards to that mic. When I did the thing saying I'm not going to be posting for a week or for a little while, and they thought I was joking. I wasn't joking. Just fucked up. Forgot to bring the mic to my mouth. Anyway, all right, moving on, dude. Done. That was weird. I'm not going to do that segment anymore. That's weird. Question time. It's time for the Q&A. So let's get it started. We're going to get through this hopefully really quick because it's already been an hour. I'm tired. I did. Ooh, Aoku. 10G Harvest X Aoku. What up, dude? Oh, I like that. Delete button too close to send button. Those are the. Jason mentioned something on Hale's thing, and that's what I deal with a lot too. Is you're trying to get a lot of functionality in places, but you end up like, oh fuck, dude, that delete button's so close to that send button, I could accidentally hit one instead of the other, dude. Those kind of details, it's easy to see. Sometimes it's not so easy to fix. Okay, this is from Rye Beats. Question: will you make it out to Magic in the summer? Ha, probably not. No, not this summer, dude. I don't know. Maybe. I'd like to. The next trip I take, unless it is strictly for business, I gotta take Jen with me. So, if it's gonna be something like, especially Las Vegas, Jen would shit a brick if I didn't take her with. So, if we do Magic and it's the Vegas Magic, there is a Vegas Magic, right? Then her and I need to go, and then that just costs more money, and it's one of those things. Allison Reichart, would you consider $690 a super high price for 70 shirts front and back? I don't know. I'd have to bust out my little quoter to see. Front and back. I mean, what is it? Just one color front and back, or is it a multicolor? I think price just is what it is. Your price needs to be whatever it needs to be for you to make money at it, I think. Okay, Indigenous Graphics. Question: any experience with Wilflex, Epic Gold and Silver ink? If so, need underbase for those inks on dark shirts like black? You know what? Anything... Again, this is going to come with fucking criticism. I'm just going to give you an opinion here, but you can double hit anything and get away without an underbase. In my opinion, you should underbase it, though. And then that way you only have to hit it once, right? But yeah... I have the Wilflex Gold and Silver, and especially with the Gold, you can usually double hit it and it'll be pretty opaque. But it looks the best, in my opinion, when you underbase it with white. You know? Do a good white underbase and then throw it on like a higher mesh screen, or I mean a lower mesh screen, and it'll be really bright and vibrant, especially if you do a white underbase. But no, you don't have to. You don't have to. Question: Cam, did you freak out when YouTube demonetized all your videos today and then they fixed it up? Nuh-uh. Almost every one of my videos is demonetized for the first 1,000 because I cuss so damn much. I think... What the... I think I got hair all up in my mouth right now. I think YouTube's like algorithm can tell if you cuss in the video. And it doesn't matter because my monetization is basically nothing anyway, so I don't really care. But my view on monetization is that if you don't have monetized videos, Google is going to be less likely to suggest your video. So if you want your channel to grow, you need it to be monetized. But no, dude, I didn't notice, bro. I haven't logged into Google I haven't logged into YouTube pretty much all week because I've been busy working on my website. Yeah, I've got one of the things that I really need to work on though is, you know, like I can't filter my tongue. Sometimes I cuss. There's days when I'm cuss like a sailor, and then there's days when there isn't a fucking swear word anywhere in my vocabulary. It just depends. But what I do got to make sure to do, just so that YouTube keeps suggesting my videos, is dipping the volume anywhere where I bust out swear words, because YouTube don't like it, and if they don't like it, then they just won't recommend your videos. Yeah, man. Either way, though, as far as back to you with the ink, you can double hit it, you can flash print it, and it'll look pretty good. But I would underbase it if it were me. Shopvox, huh? Let's see. There's so many good ones now, man. I would just say wait for me to release mine before you make a decision. I don't know. I don't know what Shopvox's pricing is. Let's come in here and look at it. Pro, $99 per month. Pretty good. So it's basically unlimited. But the thing is like, so the Shopvox has inventory management. They have a sync with Constant Contact, and they all have add-ons. So they're doing like an add-on thing. Google Apps integration, Gmail and Google Calendar, Open API. So it's cool. Yeah, Shopvox looks pretty nice, dude. And they're right in line with everything else. See, but they have these other little caveats, like $20 for each additional user. Nah. I would try it until we release ours, as long as there's no initial setup, and then just come sign up with the Print Life Shop software. You'll like it. It'll be much more better, dude. I promise. I'll tell you this. I can't imagine running my shop without the software I have now. I tried them all. I tried every single software, dude, except Shopvox. I tried them whenever what was available. I tried Printavo. I tried Deco Network. Didn't pull the trigger on Deco Network because of the cost, but I looked into their whole system. Nothing works right nothing worked the way that I wanted it to work. Now that I have what I have, dude, it's like I can't imagine doing it any other way. Yeah, the pricing engine. Yeah, it looks good. I'm sure that Shopvox has a killer, like, I'm sure it's a great software, dude. Like, if I'm you, I would definitely sign up with it and just try it. But who knows? I'm sure it does a great job. File storage is minimum. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I would try it. Definitely sign up. Give them a shot. So it looks pretty good. I like it. Calendar based. Hate that. But it does have some really neat features. It reminds me of like all the other ones where they're kind of spreadsheet based, right? Like where it's a list of things. And I think for a lot of people, like analytical people, they love that. So like if you like spreadsheets and looking at Excel spreadsheets, it looks like Shopvox is the shit. Bye. Later, Jason. Can't be bye. Looks good. Yeah, Inksoft is awesome too. What I like about Inksoft is anyone messing with Deco Network. Okay, I got to read the question first. Kevin McMillan asks, is anyone messing with Deco Network or Inksoft? I looked at Deco Network. It was pretty awesome. But it's another design lab. The problem with Deco Network is they have no clip art library. which sucks because what's a design lab without a clip art library? You have a font editor basically. Inksoft has a killer clip art library, and it's growing every single day, dude. Problem that I have with Inksoft is their back-end shop management system. But after a live video I did some time ago, they reached out to me and said that they are fixing that shop manager. So you can expect probably within the next year that they have a much better management system in place. In which case, I would say Inksoft's pretty righteous. But I heard that their prices got I heard that their prices got really out of control. But I don't know. I honestly like, of all of them, like I look at them, I don't know. I like Printavo. I think that they're pretty good. Yeah, dude. I'm like all in on my shit now, dude. I'm like, fuck everybody else. Whereas a few months ago, before I even considered doing it, I would have been like, yeah, I'd probably go with Printavo. So I would say, being an unbiased person, just based on the price alone, if you're just getting started, it looks like Shopvox is a great option if you just need something right now, and also Printavo. It looks like both of them are really great options to get started with. I'm sure they'll both give you what you need. So that's what I'd say, man. Inksoft price. I've heard, dude. I heard that their shit went like, Inksoft's prices went whoop, just got way out of control. I don't know. I still have it, dude. I still pay my monthly fee. I paid my setup fees, but my fees were, looking back on it, when I set up with it, I was like, dude, that's fucking crazy, but I did it anyway. But I've heard that they've even doubled on that. But sometimes it don't matter. Like, this is a business, right? So you're investing in yourself. And when you set up with a system like that, an all-in-one, like, the thing about Inksoft is they pretty much, if you want, they give you a front-end website. You don't have to deal with any, like, well, there's actually a lot of work you have to do to set it up, but you can pay them to do it as well. But they're giving you a whole enterprise system, which is really cool. I just wish once their shop management system is better, Inksoft will be the way to go. And investing a couple grand in your website, and a monthly fee, like if you try hosting your own site and it had all that clip art and all that data and you were storing that many files, it would cost you $200, $300 a month anyway. So they have a lot of really neat features that I do like. So don't stress out about the money. You just have to decide if it's worth it for you or not. Mikey designs and silkscreening. So no, dude, so the one thing that I pretty much can't share the wealth on right now is development, because I am in the middle of developing a subscription-based website for people to sign up with and install on their website. So until that is launched, I have to keep that information, kind of to myself. But at some point, once it launches and everything, I'll tell other people how they can go about sourcing developers. The biggest struggle with building your own site from scratch is finding the right developers. You pretty much can't. You're going to spend $20,000 trying to find someone that's capable of doing what you want them to do, unless you get lucky. Whereas you could also go with the Deco network, and they can pretty much integrate whatever you need, but it'll cost about $20,000. So, or 10 to 20, depending on what you want. So no matter which way you go, you're spending 10 grand on a fully integrated website like what I have on my site. You're going to be in the $10,000 to $20,000 realm no matter what you do. And that's just it. That's about all I can say. But yeah, dude, as soon as I actually have my subscription-based software built, then I will, man. I'll share all my resources and stuff. But until it's actually built, I got to keep it to myself. You know how it goes. And also, the thing about my software is I can't release too much information on all the things that make it so much different than everything else until it's actually launched. Because if I do, then the people that already have a corner on the market will take my shit and run with it, and they'll beat me to the market. I can't have that. Yeah, Mikey, what you're saying, right, that you do right now, doing quotes and holding clients' hands, is what my shop management software solves. It solves that exact goddamn. That's like I was saying, I can't imagine running a shop without my site. It's because I run my shop with my site, and all that stuff you're saying, I don't deal with it, dude. It's like all automated. Bat, 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 bat. So easy. So easy. Anyway, guys, I feel like I have to be careful to not get into like a silly kind of thing where I'm trying to sell people on this. I just gotta chill, bro. Gotta chill. But yeah, guys, if you need a, huh? What was I talking about? Where are we going with this? I think we're pretty much done with the Q&A. I think it's good. And for me, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm ready to wrap this thing up. So let's do my outro. And you guys know that I love it when you hang here with me and talk shit in the chat and you listen to me rant for the better part of an hour. That's really cool of you. Remember to tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on YouTube for the Print Life Live video podcast, because it's fun and it's awesome and you get your questions answered and you can come hang with me. And also, you guys, actually, I'm taking this week off to finish the layout of the new subscription-based software that I'm building, but I will be back at full tilt Monday. I will be vlogging and doing my daily uploads again on Monday. For sure, I promise. I'm just taking this week to get this shit done. But I'll see you next Monday in terms of the videos. In the meantime, I'm seeing a little bit of a decline because I'm not doing the daily uploads. So please do me a favor and grab a few of my older videos and maybe share them on Facebook or Instagram or something, just to give me a little boost to keep my channel going up. I had to choose whether or not to do the thing or keep doing videos, and I just chose to do the thing so I could just get it done, so it's not always in the back of my brain bugging me. And you guys go follow me at Cam Earven. That's at CAMEARVEN. You should see it right there, at Cam Earven on Instagram and on Twitter. And if this is your first time here, remember to submit your shop news to the Print Life Facebook group, and I'll shout you out in the next video. Is there anything else I need to think of? Anything else I need to say? I think that's pretty much it. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, ding the bell, and all that good stuff, especially on this video. Share all my content. Share, 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 share. And we will see you guys next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Peace out, Print Fam. If I only knew how to end this